right, friends and gamers, it's Honkai time. This was a beast, right? I pushed this as well as other patch videos just because I was trying to get this to update properly because it was 40 gigs. What the heck? Honkai, what are we doing? Anyways, it is time for 8.2. We have quite a bit to get through. Let me just claim my stuff first from the last time let me just claim my stuff. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. This is important. Did we claim everything? Everyone's on a chore? Awesome. Errand, whatever. Okay, let's grab one singular pole dorm supply because that's all I have right now, but we'll use that in a second. We have a lot to get through. So I am putting event content on pause. I've talked about this already. I'm so behind in all of my live service / gacha games that until I am caught up with main story, even just a little bit, I'm putting event content on hold. So we're not really gonna look at like the events today. I might do some of the combat events because sometimes you just need a mindless combat event. And if the rewards are good enough, we might go for that. So we'll take like a quick look at what's currently ongoing because I would assume all the events are open by now. I didn't get to finish much from 8.1, but we did what we could. But we are gonna at the very least take a look at New Sushang. So we'll do that at least. I don't know how in depth we'll go, but we'll see. So we open up events. There's the Culinary Wonders event, which let's see what's in the shop. It looks like it's an outfit for Helia, which is kind of I love this. Okay, you know what? How do we get this outfit? Reach management book level 10. Because is this like a management sim? Because I could see myself possibly doing this one. This goes until July 3rd, which I actually might be back for this event. Part of the reason why I'm deciding to put events on hold as well is because if you have not been tuned in, I'm having a surgery done this month, and I don't know for when, how long I will be coming back to. Also, this is like a Tome game art style, which I think is really funny. But because this goes for so long, I actually might be able to do this one. But like, I'm putting a pause on event content because I'm literally not gonna be recording for a while. So I'm just kind of like, it makes sense to do this now sort of thing. But yeah, there's also Literal Helpers Big Rewards, which I think is just a login. It looks like it's just a login. Yeah. Oh, there's also, there's stuff for the Culinary Wonders event as well here. So this is just normal event stuff. Then we have the trial event for Sushang that goes until June 6th. So that's probably about when her banner goes to. Same thing, we have her weapon. And that's all I have so far. So we can work with this. I have a good amount of crystals, but also I'm kind of wanting to save those crystals. So we'll see. Maybe we'll pull in a rerun. I don't know. For now though, we are immediately gonna go into the tutorials for Sushang, new Peregrine sword. This is her new battle suit. I think it's so pretty. Like, this might be my favorite of hers. It's so pretty. All right, let's get started. We have our combat tutorials, and it looks pretty basic, which I'm actually okay with. So I guess this is part 2 Sushang, so she will probably work better because she has a stellar outburst. So I guess she's going to use an astral op instead of an elf. I didn't think about that in my brain, but now that I'm thinking about it, it's there. So we're gonna do basic combat 1. This is just her. Let's get into it. I don't think I have to move my box, but I will. Her combat, just like that one screenshot there, looks like her combat could be really fun. All right, Peregrine sword. This is Sushang, right? I go into these things and like battle suits will like not have the full character name, like the government name. And I'm like, do I know the game I'm playing? I know the game I'm playing, but still. So not Sushang, we're just gonna call her that for the rest of this video. I'm kidding, but is a bio-type physical damage dealer and fist user. Oh, I do have to move the box, don't I? Phooey. Hold on, I know where we can put the box. All right, we're in the corner. This is actually the perfect spot for Honkai. Anyways, Peregrine sword is a bio-type physical damage dealer and fist user. So we go punchy punchy, and we have a... Actually, I think she's just punchy punchy. She has a sword, but her weapon, the weapon tutorial bit was gauntlets, so that makes sense. She can increase sword force in various ways and consume sword force to perform combo attack. Most of her damage is considered bleed instead of melee or ranged and cannot crit. Interesting. So she can't crit, which would be a red flag, but Hoyoverse games and that have characters that can't crit tend to actually be pretty good. In the past, we've had a lot of really good no crit characters, like Genshin Impact. My favorite, one of my favorite characters to this day is Kokomi. And Kokomi can't crit. So I don't think that's necessarily a huge red flag right off the bat. Peregrine sword can perform up to 4 sequences of basic attack. After hitting enemies with sequence 2 or 4, you gain 1 tier of sword force. So that is this bar, this little bamboo stick down here. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a little circle around her combo counter as well, which I think is so fun. And we do have all of that right here. The full bar is filled up now. When Sword Force is full, we hold attack to consume all of it and unleash a combo, inflicting bleed trauma on enemies hit. So 1... First, was that Jingwei? That's so cute. Oh my god, and the animation is so fun. Okay, she's fun. So we tap weapon to unleash weapon skill as per usual, and we gain 2 tiers of Sword Force and then inflict bleed trauma on enemies hit. So 1 tap. I like the bamboo, it's quite cute. So then after basic attack sequence 4, we can tap our weapon skill to unleash Forest Piercer to deal damage and gain 2 tiers of Sword Force. So we go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then joint weapon skill. Okay, you know what? Her kit's kind of fun. Maybe we'll do like 1 10 pull and call it a day. Actually, can I even do a 10 pull? I forgot pulls cost more in Honkai. Oh god. Maybe we'll do like 1 pull. Because I think I'm close to pity, so we might want to be careful. Because I think I saw a character coming up soon from Chinese server that like I really want, so we might just wait this patch out. After our weapon skill, then we can tap again to unleash Forest Piercer to deal damage and gain 2 tiers of Sword Force. A lot of this is like, again, I feel like with Honkai kits, this happens a lot where there's a lot of different moving parts, but actually in battle, it's not that difficult. So we do 2 taps on the weapon skill. I actually did 3, and I don't know what counted and what didn't, but it's fine. That's probably not going to be the one I use as much, you know? After combo, you can tap weapon to unleash Swing with Wind and Rain to also inflict bleed trauma on enemies hit. Again, it's a very similar setup. It's the same, like, inflicts bleed trauma, but the skill name is just something different. So we do a combo, and then we weapon skill. The animation's a little bit different, but the outcome is pretty much the same. Nice, okay. Her kit seems easy enough to understand. We leave. Yeah, it seems like an easy enough kit to understand. Cute. She's the chicken. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. I love her. That was cute. Okay, and that was pretty simple as well. I don't think our kit's gonna get any more complicated. So we have tutorial 2 now, and we have Vita. That's it. Sushang and Vita. Let me just make sure this is Sushang. Yeah, it's Sushang. All right, I know my characters. See, I know what I'm doing, kind of. But yeah, I need to get caught up on all my patch videos. I have this one, and then I have Reverse, and then I have the Star Rail half patch, and then you know what we can start doing? We can start doing the rotation of story gameplay until I go on break for my surgery. Yippee! All right, when enemies are time slowed or when teammates cast weapon skill or land combo attack or charge attack, Sushang's QTE is triggered. Now that I for sure know it's Sushang, I'm just gonna say Sushang. I wanted to be sure, okay? I haven't done one of these in a while. So we're gonna use Vita's weapon skill right there, and now you can use... Okay, I'm covering Aichan, but I'm not covering the text. Cool. Now you can use Sushang's QTE. Her entry resets and auto-cast weapon skill and triggers time fracture. All right, so there's that time fracture there. There's certain characters that really like that time fracture, so pinpoint in brain. Time fracture. That's her mechanic for switch-ins. Sushang's ultimate evasion skill can trigger global time fracture, again, after which it can connect to basic attack sequence 4. So we hit that. So she does like her time fracture, which is time fracture and bleed trauma seem like they are her 2 mechanics that are gonna really hit. So ult will unleash Sushang's ultimate, obviously. During this time, Time Frozen Domain is in effect, which I think is similar to her original battlesuit as well. But this animation, oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, no, guys, what if we did like 1 10 pull? I think that's all we can do, but what if we did a 10 pull? What if we did it? We are getting a little bit of Stellar Outburst here as well, as opposed to the actual Stellar Outburst tutorial, so that'll probably just be a repeat. So we're gonna activate that. Cute! Aichan cannot move in Time Frozen Domain, so what you're seeing has been edited. Cute. So we're gonna tap on the portrait. Wow, I didn't know that the animation was this sick. Like, I just thought this was a one-off, almost like filler patch situation. No! When entering it by Stellar Shift, mash the QTE button to increase its damage. Okay, so we're gonna mash dodge. All right. This entry also refreshes an auto-cast weapon skill. So we're gonna tap, 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 and then Sushang enters an enhanced state. In an enhanced state, mash weapon to cast Forest Piercer, Leaf Sweep, and Swaying with Wind and Rain in sequence. So we're just gonna hit her weapon skill a bunch. Oh, Aichan is demonstrating anyways. Okay. So basically, this is just like what I like to call lovingly. This is League-style gameplay. You just click a bunch of clicking. When Forest Piercer, Leaf Sweep, Swaying with Wind and Rain, or the final attack of Stellar Shift hits, this resets all team members' switch cooldown and triggers their QTEs. When Sushang exits, she also exits the enhanced state. So when you switch off to another character, we will switch to, like, that enhanced state is gone, essentially. Okay, good to know. Her kit is quite fun. It's simple but fun, I feel like. It feels like it's going to be a very satisfying kit, if that makes sense. Because there is, like, it is so simple, but it still does the big damage numbers. I feel like it's going to be very satisfying. I also think she's just so cute. All right. Pretty simple. So now we have team cycling, which I feel like is going to be pretty repetitive. It just threw in Baby Durandal. So the only thing is, if I pull for new Sushang, I don't have Baby Durandal or Vita, so I'd have to make another team work for her. We might have to see if there's some recommended teams we can see for her, because I don't have any of these characters, just because I don't think I was playing during Vita's banner, because I go, Honkai is one of those games that's like PGR where I go on and off. And then Baby Durandal, I just didn't love kit-wise, so I just didn't pull. Now, Chan will demonstrate the team output cycle of Sushang, Rain Solaris, or Baby Durandal, aka Baby Durandal, and Lone Planetfarer, aka Vita, in a normal state. So, I will narrate it, but obviously I'm not going to be doing any of the gameplay. We're just going to watch. First, Sushang casts weapon skill, as so. And then, when Vita enters via QTE, she automatically unleashes her special weapon skill. Then we ult to enter an enhanced state. So there's Vita, there's that enhanced state right there. Well, that's the ult first. And then we have the enhanced state. And in this enhanced state, Vita casts her special weapon skill and connects to enhanced basic attack, sequence 3 and sequence 4, before unleashing her ultimate. So that'll be like her real ultimate right there. There it is. There she goes. Next, we're going to have Baby Durandal enter via QTE, casts L3 charge, attack, and ultimate. So I actually don't know what L3 even means, because I don't use Baby Durandal. So, and yes, I do call her Baby Durandal. Let me live. It's Baby Durandal. Sushang will then re-enter via QTE and auto-cast weapon skill. Follow up with joint weapon skill, combo attack, joint weapon skill, and lastly, ultimate to complete the output cycle. So it seems like with this team comp, Sushang is your main DPS, and then Vita and Baby Durandal are like sub DPSs. You don't really have a support or like a healer or anything like that. It really is just 3 DPSs. That's the team. So sometimes this Honkai Impact team really is just 3 DPSs and nothing else. You've heard of 3 DPSs and a healer, get ready for 3 DPSs and nothing else. I don't know if I would totally trust that team in everyday gameplay though, quite frankly, just because there is like not much. It's 3 DPSs and nothing else. Which, like, these are all pretty strong units. So, I don't know. I would be interested in trying a different team that has something more going on. Sometimes Honkai teams really are just 3 DPSs and nothing else, like we've said. So, fun. Okay, awesome. We have Stellar Outburst now, which is probably, it's just the same mini tutorial from before, but Baby Durandal's thrown in there. So it's, again, probably going to be pretty repetitive. Her kit seems very simple, though. I've gone on record doing these, like, reviews of kits for characters and taking, like, upwards of 20 minutes for one character. I haven't even been recording for 16 minutes, and we've done a little bit more than just a character kit. So now, Chan will demonstrate the team output cycle of Sushang, Baby Durandal, and Vita in Stellar Outburst. So this is a little bit different from the before. It was in normal gameplay mode without Stellar Outburst. This is Stellar Outburst. First, Sushang activates Stellar Outburst, is chosen to cast Stellar Shift, then we mash our weapon to cast Force Piercer, Leaf Sweep, Swaying with Wind and Rain, and finally Ultimate in sequence. As per the tutorial was before, the mini tutorial had the same sort of gameplay loop. We mash button, and then we do the things. So again, I would say that this is a very mobile-friendly character as well. I've talked about this before. Sometimes if you have like a potato PC or a potato phone, certain characters can be very hard to run because they require a lot of timing. There's a lot of timing that goes into it. But this kit is a button mash kit. They even use the word button mash. So quite frankly, if you're running a potato phone or a potato PC, I think this character could be really good. The only downside I could see that, like, putting a wrench in that would be her graphics are kind of insane. So that might not help, but button-wise, it's a lot of just button mashing. So I feel like this could be pretty potato-friendly, if you get what I'm saying here. Then we're going to switch in Vita to trigger Stellar Shift, command Vita to attack before casting Ultimate. All right, so she's gonna come in and do her ultimate. Yeah, she's coming in, doing her ultimate. So it really is just burst DPS. Vita's here as a burst DPS. Now we're switching back in Sushang, who auto-casts weapon skill, follow up with joint weapon skill, combo attack, and joint weapon skill. So it seems like how this works is you start on Sushang. Sushang's gonna be your team leader. You do that Stellar Shift, Stellar Outburst mode. switch in Vita, switch back to Sushang, switch in Baby Durandal, and then switch back to Sushang and repeat and repeat and repeat. I think that's how this will work. Just in my brain, that seems like what they're going for here. They're doing like a back and forth. So like, if you think about it in like poetry terms, it's like A, B, A, C, repeat. B being Vita, and C being Baby Durandal. Yep, switch in Rain Solaris to trigger a Stellar Shift. That's gonna be Baby Durandal. Mash the QTE button to increase damage before casting ultimate. Yep, another button mash kit as well. I didn't even think about that. So this seems like a very straightforward team to run, but I'm curious what other teams Sushang can run, because that would kind of be the kicker of, do I want to pull for her, depending on what her other teams are. Yep, there we go. Switch in Sushang, who autocast weapon skill, follow up with joint weapon skill, combo attack, joint weapon skill, and lastly ultimate to complete the output cycle. Yep. So it seems, because this is going to complete the output cycle, it seems more like it's A, B, A, C, A. Repeat. Kind of like that. Because by then you should have your Stellar Outburst charged back up, I'm assuming, is the plan. Because I don't know. We'll see. Love the chicken. Jingwei, you will always be I actually don't know if that is specifically Jingwei. It could be one of the other chickens, but I'm gonna call them Jingwei. Yeah, the only thing is that Stellar Outburst isn't charged back up by now, so I don't know. I guess you'll have to like fill some time for a little bit there. If you're focusing on Stellar Outburst, which it was almost charged back up, so it's not like the end of the world, and it charges pretty quickly. So yeah, cool. That was the tutorials for Sushang. I'm not even at 20 minutes on the recording yet, so that was pretty straightforward. I feel like her kit's pretty straightforward. New player friendly, probably, but also maybe not, because she's technically part 2. So we do have her weapon here. So in order to get my crystals, we have to clear Jadeite Sleeves Windward's trial stage. So we're gonna go do that, trial her weapon. I don't think you need her weapon, but we'll see what like the specific difference is if her weapon is like crazy and you need her weapon. I don't know, we'll see. That's what the tutorial's for. So Jadeite Sleeves Windward is a prior upgraded form from Jadeite Sleeves. So the weapon you're pulling for is Jadeite Sleeves. You level it up to Priarm to be Jadeite Sleeves Windward. When equipped by Sushang, her basic attack hits will inflict bleed trauma. So I don't think you need it if that's the only buff. We'll see, because sometimes the Priarms should have better buffs. When equipped by Sushang, tapping the QTE button during Stellar Shift will deal additional damage. So we're going to go into that Stellar Outburst. It seems like you really want to focus on the Stellar Outburst mode gameplay with her, but you can play her without, obviously, because there is that downtime with the cooldown for Stellar Outburst. But it seems like with her, you want to focus on Stellar Outburst. That's probably like I think that's like the bread and butter. Oh, it's a demonstration by Aichan. I literally was doing the combat myself. Oh my god. Also, when equipped by Sushang, defeating an enemy with the weapon will refresh weapon skill cooldown with a 3-second cooldown. I don't know if it's that worth it. Yeah, I don't think her special weapon is totally worth it. There's probably better, more free-to-play friendly weapons you can pull for her. It doesn't seem like there's a ton of buffs this weapon gives you. There's been other character best in slot weapons that do give crazy buffs. Like I think, why did I want to call her Clara? There's other characters that have crazy Priarms, crazy best in slot weapons, but I don't think Jadeite Sleeves is like, you need it. I don't think you need Jadeite Sleeves, quite frankly. If you are the biggest Sushang fan in the world, maybe, but I think there's probably a free-to-play weapon you can get running on her that works just as good. Maybe not just as good, but like good enough, you know? Especially if you're not going crazy on endgame content, I don't think you need to go crazy for Jadeite Sleeves, quite frankly. All right, we're back. Do we want to pull? Because that's kind of it. What does my Valk screen want? I think I probably unlocked something, because I've been working on unlocking and upgrading some of my older, like some of the older characters that you can farm for, just because I have a ton of stamina whenever I pop in game. Unlockable, is it a skill? Because I have. What's unlockable? Is this all you wanted from me? Yeah, I guess. Okay. All right, so if we go supply, we do have Sushang, 50% off first temple. We might do one temple, we might do the 50% off temple and call it. I'm very close though, so she could come home. I want to see if I can't see any more team comps for her first though. I'm literally sitting on these equipment drops as well. If I pull Sushang, I will use these on this banner, obviously, because I have free pulls. I mean, we could pull for Astral Up Teresa. Let's see what our luck is like for today. We'll do our one dorm supply. Let's see what the luck is like for today. Test the waters a little bit. What are we feeling? Divine Prayer. That's what we're feeling. All right, maybe we don't want to go past the half off 10. I will do a half off 10 pull. If there's one thing about me, I will do a half off 10 pull, but I want to see if I can't get any more info here. Yeah, for Synergy, it just has Vita and Baby Durandal. I'm so curious to see other team comps for her though, because I don't know if it's full worth it at current, you know? Like that is how I feel about this. Like, does she run well with other characters? Like, I would assume, right? I would assume, but I'm not positive. Let's go Valk screen and see if I can't get any more info. Hold on, I'm just gonna filter. Sushang! There she is. This is technically our second battle suit for Sushang. I didn't even realize that. We only had the one, because I think I always have in the back of my mind Star Rail Sushang, I guess. If I open the guide, will it give me stuff? Yes. Okay, so there is other team recommendations, but I don't have like any of these characters. This is so sad. So the other team recommendations, there's one team recommended team that is Sushang as leader. Then we have Badam Kiana and Baby Durandal. Don't have either of those characters because I could not get in any, the reason why I'm so close to a S rank is because I was pulling for my life to try and get Badam Kiana. The other recommended team is Badam Kiana as leader, then Sparkle and Sushang, which I have no idea how that would work, but I'm curious. And I don't have Sparkle. I wasn't playing enough during the Honkai collaboration, and I didn't get Sparkle. It doesn't mean I can't get either of them on reruns, but I don't know. Do we want to keep pulling? I mean, I guess we can do our singular. You know what? I think I might skip. I know there's a discounted 10 pull, but I think I'm gonna skip. I think I'm just gonna save. I don't have any of the recommended team comps. I like Sushang's kit, but it's not enough. It's not crazy enough for me to want to pull, you know? I feel like that's where I'm at with this. So I'm like, okay, let's take a step back. I'm very close to getting a S rank character. So let's just take a step back and not do those pulls, you know? I will be very thankful for that when there is a character that I really, really want, but I don't need Peregrine Sword. I'm just gonna say it. I don't think she's a need. If you have Vita and Baby Durandal and run them a lot, the same thing with like Sparkle, Badam Kiana, because those are the other recommendeds, maybe go for it, but I don't think I need her, quite frankly. So I'm not gonna waste my pulls, you know? I'm not gonna do that. And I'll probably thank myself for that at some point in time, I hope. Let me just do my dailies really quickly. This ended up being much shorter than I thought. When will it cut me off? Let's find out. That might be it. Yep, that cut me off. All right, well, I'm out of stamina anyways. That's fine. Quick claim. I'm just gonna do my dailies while I'm here. Why not? What can we get in the bonus shop? Nothing probably, because I get the bonus shop all the time. And so it just keeps coming back. My brain is short-circuiting. We must go to dorm, grab that, and go expedition. Yes. My brain just is like, nope. Let me just do this in silence. Let me just send out my expeditions in silence. Complete silence. Oh, I used that one up. Okay, what's next? Honkai Pieces is next. I have the least. I do these by like, what do I have the least of? Okay, that works. I'm out on that one. Next, imagine on. I never know how to say that. I love being able to read. I need to unlock the other acts of these because I just don't, and then I don't do them. All right, do you want to do a singular coin stage? Sure. Cool, we're done. Then we do that, and I'm done for the day. Cool. That's it. Let's go end on the appreciation mode screen for Sushang. Yeah, that's Sushang. I don't know why it's like weirdly like I feel the need to like go up, you know? Like there's a lot of like headroom. Maybe it's because she's short. I don't know. That's Sushang. All right, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give me a like down below, as well as subscribe for more, and click the little notification bell to be notified when I upload new ones. I hope all new Sushang wanters are new Sushang havers, because I know there's been some people who have been waiting very long for this. Otherwise, I hope everyone had or is having a super lovely day wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys!